Welcome to War Bios, the premier podcast exploring the lives and campaigns of history's greatest military minds. I'm your host, General Biography, and today we're delving into the extraordinary life of Subutai, the Mongol general whose name became synonymous with tactical brilliance and unwavering loyalty. Born around 1175 in the Kentiai Mountains of Mongolia, a region of breathtaking beauty and unforgiving climate, Subutai's early years were marked by the harsh realities of nomadic life on the Eurasian steppes. In the late 12th century, the Mongolian steppes were a vast expanse of rolling hills, towering mountains, and endless plains where the air was crisp and the winds howled like wolves. The landscape was dotted with scattered tribes, each with their own distinct culture and traditions. Subutai's tribe, the Uryankai, was one such group, known for their exceptional horsemanship and fierce warrior spirit. Subutai's family was likely a modest one, living in a traditional ger, a portable yurt made of animal hide and wooden lattice. His father, possibly a minor chieftain or a respected elder, would have played a significant role in shaping Subutai's early life. The Uryankai were a matriarchal society, where women held considerable influence and respect, and Subutai's mother would have been an important figure in his upbringing. As a child, Subutai would have learned the essential skills of survival on the steppes, horse riding, archery, and hunting. He would have been taught by his father and other elder members of his tribe, who would have imparted their knowledge of warfare, strategy, and leadership. The Mongols were a pragmatic people, and their education system reflected this, with an emphasis on hands-on training and real-world experience. Subutai's early education would have been informal, with a focus on practical skills rather than book learning. He would have learned about the natural world, the movements of the stars, and the behavior of animals. He would have been taught how to navigate using the position of the sun, the shape of the hills, and the patterns of the wind. These skills would serve him well in his future campaigns, where he would need to adapt to unfamiliar terrain and unpredictable enemies. As Subutai entered his late teens, he would have been considered a young adult in Mongolian society, ready to take on greater responsibilities within his tribe. It was around this time, circa 1190, that he may have begun to attract attention for his exceptional bravery, intelligence, and tactical acumen, qualities that would eventually make him one of the most feared and respected generals in Mongol history. Subutai's formative years were shaped by the complex web of tribal politics and alliances on the steppes. The Uryankai were part of a larger confederation of tribes, which included the Merkid, the Naiman, and the Karait. These tribes often clashed with one another, and Subutai would have grown up witnessing the constant struggle for power and resources. One significant event that may have influenced Subutai's early life was the rise of Genghis Khan, a charismatic leader who would eventually unify the warring tribes and create the Mongol Empire. Although Genghis Khan's influence would not be felt directly in Subutai's life until later, the rumors of his conquests and victories would have spread like wildfire across the steppes, inspiring young warriors like Subutai to seek their own glory. As we explore Subutai's early life, it becomes clear that he was forged in the crucible of the Mongolian steppes, with its unforgiving climate, complex tribal politics, and constant threat of violence. And yet, despite these challenges, Subutai emerged as a young man with a deep understanding of the natural world, a strong sense of loyalty, and an emerging talent for leadership. These formative years laid the foundation for his future achievements, which would take him to the farthest reaches of the known world and cement his reputation as one of history's greatest military minds. As we pick up Subutai's story, we find him in his early 20s, circa 1200, when he first caught the attention of Genghis Khan, the charismatic leader who would eventually unify the warring tribes and create the Mongol Empire. It was during this time that Subutai began to make a name for himself as a skilled warrior and strategist, demonstrating exceptional bravery, intelligence, and tactical acumen in battles against rival tribes. One notable example of Subutai's early military prowess was his role in the Battle of Kerulan River, where he led a small contingent of Mongol warriors to victory against a much larger force of Merkid tribesmen. This battle took place in 1203, when Subutai was just 23 years old, and it marked one of his first major successes as a military commander. Subutai's relationship with Genghis Khan was instrumental in shaping his future achievements. The two men formed a close bond, with Genghis Khan recognizing Subutai's exceptional talents and promoting him to key positions within the Mongol army. As the Mongols expanded their empire, Subutai played a crucial role in many of their most significant campaigns, including the conquest of Western Xia, the Jin dynasty, and the Tanguts. One of Subutai's most notable innovations was his use of intelligence gathering and reconnaissance to inform his military strategy. He would often send out small teams of scouts to gather information about enemy positions, troop numbers, and supply lines, using this intelligence to plan his attacks and exploit weaknesses in the enemy's defenses. This approach allowed him to achieve remarkable successes on the battlefield, often with minimal casualties. Subutai was also a master of adaptability, able to adjust his tactics to suit different environments and opponents. He was equally at home fighting in the mountains, forests, or steppes, and he developed a range of strategies to counter the unique challenges of each terrain. Whether facing heavily armored knights or lightly armed nomadic tribesmen, Subutai's flexibility and creativity allowed him to outmaneuver his foes and secure decisive victories. As we explore Subutai's remarkable campaigns, it becomes clear that he was a true innovator in the art of warfare. His use of intelligence gathering, adaptability, and creative tactics raised the bar for military commanders across the known world, influencing generations of strategists to come. And yet, despite his many successes, Subutai remained humble and loyal to Genghis Khan, recognizing that his achievements were made possible by the trust and support of his leader. As we pick up Subutai's story in his later years, we find him in his 50s, circa 1240s, when he was at the height of his power and influence within the Mongol Empire. By this time, Subutai had already led numerous successful campaigns across Eastern Europe, the Middle East, and Asia, earning a reputation as one of the most brilliant and feared military commanders of his era. One notable example of Subutai's later campaigns was the Battle of Legnica in 1241, where he led a Mongol army to victory against a combined force of Polish, German, and Templar knights. This battle marked one of the first major defeats of European knights by a non-European army, and it showcased Subutai's mastery of tactics and strategy on the battlefield. Subutai's relationship with Guyuk Khan, the son of Ogadai Khan and grandson of Genghis Khan, played a significant role in shaping his later years. As Guyuk Khan rose to power, he relied heavily on Subutai for military counsel and strategic guidance. Together, they launched a series of successful campaigns against the Jin dynasty and the southern Song dynasty in China. Subutai's personal qualities also played a crucial role in his success as a leader. He was known for his exceptional intelligence, courage, and loyalty to his leaders and troops. His ability to inspire confidence and devotion in his soldiers was legendary, and he was often praised by his contemporaries for his compassion and generosity towards his enemies. Despite his many successes, Subutai's later years were also marked by personal challenges and struggles. He faced opposition from rival factions within the Mongol Empire, and he was forced to navigate the complex web of alliances and rivalries that characterized the imperial court. Nevertheless, Subutai remained a dominant figure in Mongol politics until his death in 1248. As we reflect on Subutai's life and legacy, it becomes clear that he was a true giant of history, whose military campaigns and strategic innovations continue to influence generations of leaders and strategists to this day. His story serves as a testament to the power of intelligence, adaptability, and creative thinking in the pursuit of greatness. In conclusion, Subutai's later years were marked by continued success and innovation on the battlefield, as well as personal challenges and struggles within the Mongol Empire. As we close our exploration of his life and legacy, we are reminded of the enduring impact of his achievements on the course of history. As the great Mongol historian Rashid al-Din Hamadani once wrote, Subutai was a man of great wisdom and experience, who had seen many battles and had conquered many lands. He was a true hero of the Mongol Empire, and his name will be remembered for generations to come. That's all for today's War Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, I'm General Biography reminding you to keep marching toward victory.